Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news.
Hello, great people. Welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again. PDP is bubbling right now. Now, I will tell you the truth. Now, forget about the polite debates going on about PDP is going to settle or is not going to settle and all of that, because right now there is what I will describe as a raw, unfiltered political warfare going on in People Democratic Party. Already you know the update about the fact that there are two factions, and those two factions are not just sitting idly, but they are in courts trying to go against each other. Right now, PDP says whether they like it or not, it is sacrosanct. The 2025 National Convention must take place. But guess what? Hours before the kickoff, which is tomorrow, November 15 to 16, a federal high court in Abuja has dropped what I will call a nuclear verdict. And he's telling the People Democratic Party that they must halt. And this is contained in the ex-Jigawa State Governor's explosive lawsuit, Suleiman Lamido, that case must be settled, all because he claims he has shelled out cash for a national chairmanship nomination form only to be ghosted by the party gatekeepers, and that has triggered a lot of reaction. But wait, conflicting rulings, right now as we're talking, is still going on from other court, and the court says in Ibadan says you guys can go ahead, leaving PDP chieftain in what I will describe as a hilarious yet terrifying game of courtroom Rolex. Now, interestingly, former Senate president who is very much involved in this whole Bohaha, Bukola Saraki, some few hours ago had pleaded that the party should slam a brake and install a caretaker committee to avoid total annihilation. Now, a lot of money has already been spent on this Ibadan National Convention, but his suggestion was that there should be a caretaker committee so that the whole thing will not scatter the way it's going. And this could invalidate everything and bury everything about PDP alive. But then, from the other side also, we are hearing the elder statesman, Chief Bode George, lying defiant like a lion in the savannah. He says to suspend what? What did you say we should suspend? That it is utter of nonsense. We can't suspend anything because it is an unconstitutional sabotage, and they say they are going ahead. And don't forget that Wike, though he appears to be ghost in all of this, his loyalists, including Mbata acting chairman Omar Damagom and ex-National Working Committee Samuel Ayanwu, are whispering threats, boycott threat. And even the current national chairman, I call him factional national chairman, says there will be nothing like PDP National Convention. Everybody should hold back. Not apart from that, in Rivers State, it's everywhere that they are not going to be part of that whole story. And I tell you the truth, that it's not looking good enough. But despite all of that, preparations are already on top gear everywhere. And interestingly, they are mounting colossal banners, and those banners is sending message out that the Ibadan State, the Oyo State Governor may be going for presidency. I think that is what is making a lot of PDP guys feeling very terrible right now. But guess what? It seems as though nothing can be stopped at this point. And I tell you that what has secured so much debate is actually the Makinde presidential moves, which for most people, they believe that if it is allowed to fly, it will trigger responses from other persons who have left the People Democratic. But don't forget that when Wike was being told, was being asked about this whole thing, talking about the presidential intentions of Seyi Makinde, the Oyo State Governor, he mawkishly told the interviewer that if you're talking about fresh animals in the sea, is crab part of it, and then went further to, say one or two things about it, which means a lot of them are not even in support of him taking that long move. But I think that this particular national convention will go an extra mile in deciding that. However, the BOT have had a meeting, and interestingly, the update of that meeting is out. I'm going to allow you to watch the video. We'll be back to talk more.
If we want to use that word, for us to go to the convention, all the organs of the party before these individual opinions, had agreed that we will go to the convention. The governors forum, the NWC, the board of trustees. In our last meeting, there was our communique made mention of us going for the convention. But if for any reason the court of law decides otherwise, because we are relying on the judgment of the Supreme Court, which should have guided the lower courts as of now to take a decision. I mean, in civilized world, these things are interwoven and interconnected. You don't make issue all kinds of orders when the Supreme Court has deliberated on that. So we are more or less challenging the Supreme Court of the land. So it's on that basis. But in Nigeria, anything goes. But as far as the organs of the party, are concerned, the convention will hold. But if we are stopped by the law, by the courts, we are law-abiding party. We have always been there. We will still get there. Then we will probably obey the law or obey the last order, as the case may be. It won't worsen the crisis. As far as I'm concerned, there is actually no crisis. I've always said, if you go through my speeches in our board of trustees meetings, I've always said that all these problems we have in PDP are self-inflicted problems. Self-inflicted. In politics, it's a function of interest. Everybody has one or two interests. That's why in the board you have old men, even men older than me, who really don't have political or elective interests. The problem there is elective interests, which they have even, faced up till 2031. So some people want the party dead now, and then they will resurrect the party in 2031 for their use. So we know all these things. But what we are saying is that without a platform, in any democracy, it's only fundamentalists that don't believe in democracy. Don't believe in democracy or in opposition. Opposition does not mean taking over power. But opposition generally is to guide the ruling party to do the right thing, provided those criticisms are very objective. So that is what the board of trustees is there for. I am not thinking of contesting for anything. So chances are that naturally, whatever decisions the board takes under my watch, will be something to really keep the party alive, and that's why we are there. The secretary, to the best of my knowledge, has no interest in anything other than that the party must survive. But some others, we don't want to mention names. We don't wash our dirty names. I was a diplomat, so I don't talk carelessly. We don't wash our dirty names in the open. But I'm sure that even those who are against the convention, they need the party. They need the party, and they will need the party now, tomorrow, and in the future. And this party is the party for the Nigerians, for the masses, whether we like it, or not. Is a party for the masses. So that killing opposition is really not too good. Not too good. And we've been shouting this. You said the BOT is coming in too late. No, we've been on this matter for a very long time. But we in the BOT, we don't have what it takes, to support our positions. So we rely on the governors, we rely on the NWC to carry on. If you recall, after the 2023 elections, the BOT swung into action with committee on 3 hours and the committee to be headed by David Mark on code of conduct. But because we didn't have the money, the board of trustees does not have the budget. We don't have any budget. So we could not go ahead. So, and those who were supposed to provide that money at that time, for the committees to start work, did not provide the money up to today. So it's not that we knew right from time what we have. Otherwise, we would have taken disciplinary action against erring members. Have been issued, and these things we are in today will be here. But be that as it may, we are in it, but we will resolve the problem.